lot of personal information in there, but you can say, you know, basically, this is what I need to talk to somebody about. I need to get out of this class and into that class, or I'm worried about what I need to take next semester so that I get this balanced out right, or whatever. And Miss Span will be here later this afternoon to tell you more about what she does. All right, other faculty advisors, sources of advice from faculty. We're going to have your individual faculty advisor. Some of them have been around longer than others. They're all very good if they don't know what they need to know about asking somebody who doesn't. Dr. Farber is available to you as the program coordinator. I'm available to you as the associate dean. Some of you from Charleston met Ms. Burke yesterday. She's a regional site coordinator in Charleston. Lynn McMillan is a regional site coordinator up in Greenville. Those are people who are there when you're in classes on Saturdays. They're also teaching classes, and they're available to me. We have student ombudspersons. I want to be politically correct. In the fall, it's Nicole Kavanaugh. In the spring, it's Pippin Whitaker. Summer 1, Nicholas Cooper-Luder, and Summer 2, Mariah Fram. These are people who, if you're trying to figure out how to work through a grievance process or an appeal process, they're the ones who will sit down with you and look at all the regulations and kind of hold your hand and help you figure out how to do it. Usually they're not very busy until right after the end of the semester when the grades come in. The academic advisors, these are the people with the technical expertise. So Ms. Span has been with the program for 15 years. Before that, she worked with the graduate school. She knows people in the graduate school. So if we have issues with the graduate school, she knows who to call. Who to ask. I know some of that, she knows more than I do. Registration. Sometimes you have a hold on your registration and you can't figure out why. These people can figure out why. Because you haven't turned in your shop record, or something's going on with your tuition payment, whatever. When you're dropping and adding courses, process forms for that. Special requests or permissions. If you're wanting to take an extra course, you need an overload permission. For our online courses, we are trying to sort students into regional cohorts so that all the Charleston people taking 712 online are in the same group. And Greenville people likewise, so that you can kind of begin to get to know each other. Enrollment and registration exceptions. That is trying to get into a course as classes are beginning and people are shifting around and trying to make their schedules work. All kinds of other logistical issues about getting through the program, which are a lot. For most of you, getting through the program is taking regular courses, whatever, not too bad. When you start getting creative or you get a low grade in one course and we're having to juggle things and figure out special schedules, that's a good time to be talking to us, these folks. And documentation for graduation and taking the licensing exam. These are the people who clear you for graduation, so they look at your schedule and all the courses you've taken and all the grades you've had. They're the ones who send the note to the graduate school that says, yes, this person is cleared to graduate. Your faculty advisors, because they are the experts in social work. If you're trying to figure out which concentration to take, and I think Dr. Farber talked about curriculum yesterday, and right now we have advanced practice for individuals, families, and groups, or advanced practice organizations and communities. Your advisor can tell you about what kinds of careers might be linked from experience that what you start off doing may be very different than what you end up doing. You may end up doing all kinds of things in social work because it's such a broad profession. You can talk to them about research on topics that are related to social work. You can talk to them about adjusting to graduate school and entering a professional program. How all this works. If you're having problems. And these are all social workers. They know how to work with people. When I worked with the counseling center before, and we have students with issues, and the counseling center would say, boy, if these people were in engineering, they would be in a heap of trouble. They're lucky they're in social work. Have people who understand. Dr. Farber?
About your advisor, like your academic advisor, if one of your instructors has some reason to be concerned about it, occasionally those drop off the radar, or something seems different, I mean, really do pay attention to it. If something seems different, someone has a reason for concern, that maybe you're not feeling well or doing well, the first thing that instructors may come to me, and I talk to your advisor. So it may be your advisor who contacts you. I will say, please reach out and see how so-and-so is, and see if there's any reason to have further conversation. So that's what another thing is. So that the advisors are proactive as well. Okay, just so you know.
Dr. Farber would answer questions about the program, and she gets the delightful task of figuring out how your graduation, especially commencement, is going to be organized. She can answer questions about what's on the licensing exam and how to prepare for it, and why you should have it, why you should take it. But you will see when you're ready to take the licensing exam, they will say to you, you need a letter from your dean saying that you're about to graduate. We need to have it to know that you're eligible to take the licensing exam, and we don't need 200 of you calling out Dean Chiat. We have a boilerplate letter form that Ms. Spann will check your transcript and say, yes, they're in their last semester, yes, they're ready to take it, and she'll take the dean's stamp it, and you're good to go. Right. Things that I will be dealing with if you're having a problem with an adjunct instructor. And again, I would expect most of the time that you would have talked to this instructor first about what kind of problems you're having. There might be some exceptions to that, but the way that we deal with problems is to talk with the person we're having problems with. These instructors, most of them, I would say, if not most of them, will be asking for your feedback. Probably around the middle of the term, probably anonymously. They will be saying, what am I doing well? What should I change? What should I do differently? What's working for you? They are very interested in your feedback. And almost all of them try very hard to take that feedback very seriously and to use it to improve. There are some things they can't change, but there are some things they can, and they rely on you to tell them what it is that's not working so that it can get better. I tell our instructors that if things are going very badly, I will know about it. And usually I know about it because I'm hearing from students. When I have 6 students lined up out in the hall, I know there's a problem. I have fired instructors midway through a course when that was what was required. Doesn't happen very often. I think since I've been associate dean since 2008, I've done that twice. When things are that bad and you need to have a different instructor, you will get a different instructor. Some other things that you would want to talk to me about are student service and switching programs. If you're in full-time and you're in over your head and you want to switch to part-time, we have to finesse that. We have to figure out which courses to drop and which courses to continue with. So it's not hard to do, but if you do it wrong, you could really mess up your kind of study. So, or dropping an individual course, withdrawing or needing to take a leave from the program. And again, if you need to take a leave, the message is the program will be here when you come back. Take care of yourself. And take care of the program and then you come back when you're ready. Issues for the ombudsman if you're wanting to file a grievance. And again, that's if you've been treated unfairly or treated differently than other people, usually. Grievances about, I think I said that, I expected an A and I got a B plus, probably are not going to go very far. Grievances that are the instructor's syllabus and calendar said that this was what was expected and suddenly it got changed and nobody asked us about it and it's quite different than what we started off with. Those are grievances that are going to go someplace. Those are grievances with solid grounds. An appeal, the ombudsman again will help you with that. And again, what we're looking for is what is going on in your life, and is there how do we put all of this in context and what is best for you. Issues for the field office, basically anything about what's going on in the field. Dr. Reitmeyer and Jennifer and Michael for your field liaison. When you're in your, you're not going to have to be a field office meeting. And then sometime during the semester, you're going to meet someone who is your field liaison, who's either a faculty person or an adjunct faculty, who's the person who is going to be working with you and your field instructor to make sure you're getting what you need out of your field placement. Other issues, other kinds of problems. I chaired a dissertation committee with one of our doctoral students who did a study on our MSW students and what kind of issues they were dealing with. And even I was a little amazed at the level of anxiety and depression and relationship issues and drug use that our students were struggling with. Again, that's where you reach out for help. The counseling center is available. You can talk to your advisor. Basically, all of us here are here to help you in those kinds of situations. All of the faculty are social workers. We may not have expertise in every area, but we know what it's like to deal with people who are having problems. Okay? So, up to you to just come and ask. Couple of years, we'll have graduated. Time will go really, really fast. Trust me. All those deadlines and everything. Next thing you know, it's April and it's 2 weeks to graduation. A couple of years from now, if you're still in South Carolina, we may be calling on you to be a field instructor. Several years after that, when you've had some experience and practice, we may be calling upon you to be an adjunct instructor. We haven't had a new adjunct instructor at the adjunct training this fall, and I had her in class, and I was talking about learning students' names and how I'm a visual learner, so if students sit in a certain place, I remember them, from where they sit, and I had her in class, I bet it was 10 years ago, and I said, I know, and you used to sit like two seats back in the second row. She said, that's absolutely right, that's where I was. And it was so good to see her, on the other side of things, be so eager and ready to give back to the students, to be an instructor, and to teach about social work. So, we don't have to worry about staying cool, not staying warm for a long time. Staying cool. Record rain, in case any of you aren't seen it in the paper. 50 years, more than 50 years since we had this much rain in the summer.
whether your faculty advisor is going to call you or whether you're going to call them, Naomi. Last year, the advisors were supposed to call the students.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, that they will be in touch with you. When they want to meet with you individually, and they invite people in to meet as a group, they will be in touch with you, probably at least once a semester, maybe a couple times, just to see how you're doing. Other questions? Yeah. Right, right. Yeah, it's part of your bill. You are in the company, you leave 169.
I'm not gonna say.
I'm still trying to figure out that part of it. I would have to double check, but I don't think we have ever had a student where they said, no, they're not eligible for services.
That was under Section 6 that be a student or a graduate student.
Yeah.
Well, I know if you have my personal experience, I know for doctors don't have Medicare, members who have Medicare like I do, who don't have student insurance. You get charged the full price for policy.
Her question was if, you know, if you have your own insurance and then they expect that insurance to cover services at the student health center, how that applies to the counseling center, and I'm sorry, but I don't know.
I can answer part of it. They're two separate fees.
Okay.
Your health center is actually automatic as a graduate student, and you have to call them. Actually, Emily Davis or Ron or somebody, I don't know. But Emily Davis, you have to call, and she then calls or sends an email to the bursar's office that then waives that fee. But it's two separate things. Even
Okay.
if you did say you don't want health care, they still will charge you for the health center.
Thank you.
Emily Davis.
And actually, I have been emailing back and forth with Emily Davis like 5 times in the last 2 days to figure some of this out. Yeah,
Is the first day of class tomorrow or Thursday?
Thursday. If you're full-time, you should be in, first day of class next year, Thursday is for advanced year students. It's advanced courses, and you should all be in your first year, which means you will, if you're full-time, you're in field placement next week. And classes start the week after, except that we have Labor Day, so the Monday classes don't. Saturday classes meet this Saturday.
Okay, but the rest of the classes will not.
Right. That's full-time. Full-time students are in field placement during the week. Online classes that are in the evening.
So next week is all.
Oh, so like a Monday online.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then start your classes early, and then no classes next week, and then we don't have classes until we have September 3rd. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
This was a question psychology class this Thursday, and I'm going to ask the instructor to be in touch with students about what they're supposed to do.
I have a night class next Tuesday, it meets face to face. Do I still have to go to that class for hours? So I won't have class, you don't have to have class?
The face-to-face classes do not need you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Took us like 17 iterations to get that schedule figured out.
Thanks for that invite. That's on one. What else are you
Okay, our battery, technical job. So we have a rush order for a battery. So what, and Jeanette gets here, graciously agreed to sort of switch off our short break with hers, so to give folks here time to get us to the battery. Okay, so, but before you get any further questions for Dr. Johnson, anything else lingering before delivery? Okay, let's take a really quick break, okay, under 10 minutes, okay? So, where are you going to think about that? Okay? See if I can get a battery.
You alright? So you I thought they said our email. They sent us something. I feel like we're like that because of Yeah, just like play around with it.
Getting up already?
Qualifications.
That's
Okay, we're set. Come back. Come back. Come back. But I did discover in the interim that we have a jazz singer in our midst. Right? A jazz singer. You want to tell people where you're from? You're welcome to.
I moved here from Charleston.
I know we have all kinds of people who do all kinds of things. Okay, so Dr. Johnson ended on this wonderful note. You've already graduated, you're already field instructors, and you're going to be adjunct instructors any minute. And in fact, it happens just like that. Kim Ham graduated when? 2011. And Kim was a student in my advanced practice class, and halfway through the semester, before she graduated, she took on a position as an executive director of an agency. Right? So she's here to talk to you about that and how we could make that happen.
Thank you very much. I'm Kim, and I was sitting where you guys are 4 years ago. So it's an exciting journey that you guys are about to embark on, and I know that you guys are sitting here all day, and we've had a couple of things that have slowed down, so I'll try to be quick. But I do want to give you guys a little bit of a perspective of a recent graduate, and some tips and pointers, and some stuff that might seem simple, but it's probably worth listening to just the same. So I've already, Dr. Harper's already told you I am a director now of the South Carolina Network of Children's Advocacy Centers. We are a state accredited chapter of the National Children's Alliance, and I work with all of the children's advocacy centers in the state. And only 2 years ago I graduated. So I do think my story is a success story. There's a lot of stuff that you guys can do. So I'm here to talk to you about making the most out of the program by seeking opportunities, asking questions, and going above and beyond. The title that you guys see in your little packets are "Get What You Put In." And that's pretty much it simplistically is if you're going to put in mediocrity, you might get a mediocre experience, but if you put in your best, greatness can be achieved. Look around, there's a lot of people in this room. It's kind of the beauty of the MSW program. You have a lot of people from all different walks of life. Part-time program, advanced standing, full-time. There's a lot of people up here. It's easy to get lost in the crowd and lost in the shuffle and to not challenge yourself. So one thing that I encourage you guys to do is to check yourself sometimes and say, you know, I could probably do more and do it. There's a good chance you're going to find some people that you really bond with and get along with in this group, and there's also a good chance you're going to find some people that rub you the wrong way, that you don't like, that for whatever reason. This is a great experience for you to learn. I mean, we're social workers, for goodness sakes. You got to learn to accept people for who they are, and it's a good experience, but don't let other people mess up your experience. This is your experience, you're paying for it. This is your time away from your family and friends. This is your future. Take it seriously. All right, I think it's really important to talk about, and this kind of goes along with the size of the program, you really do need to be an advocate for yourself, and autonomy and independence is really important for this program. Nobody's going to have the chance to handle through the process. You've got to be in it to do the work, and it's up to you to do it. Like, there's some coursework that you probably could take the easy way out and do what you got to do to get the grade, but you're shortchanging yourself when you do that. So again, remember that this is your experience, and if you're not putting your all into it, you have nobody to blame but yourself. So I'll go back to saying, you're paying for your education. It's your valuable time away from things that are important to you in life, so make the most of it. life happens. You've already heard, I heard Dr. Johnson say, you know, I mean, during my program, I've had deaths. I got married during the program. Other friends got married. Babies came. You know, things happen. So it's easy to put education on the back burner, and sometimes you've got to, but also try to keep it at the forefront if you can. I've got some tips that are pretty simple. Go to class. You'd be amazed. I missed one class in the entire full-time program, and I was mad that I missed that one class, but I had to go out of state for something. But you're paying for it. You know, this is your education. It might just seem, oh, you know, I don't feel like doing that today. You're paying for it. Get your money out of it. Enjoy it. Get to know your professors. It is a big class, and the student-to-teacher ratio might seem overwhelming, but they're there to help you, and you should take advantage of them. Not that way. Ask questions. You're a student, and you're not supposed to know everything. This is a wonderful opportunity that if you just don't understand how something works, you're not supposed to know. You can ask, and nobody's going to blame you for it, and it's a lot better to do it now than a couple of years from now when you're expected to know everything. So seek out opportunities. I kind of mentioned that earlier, but I think that this is something that really worked for me, and I think that all of you guys can do this as well. Not every field placement or internship is a perfect placement, but unless your field instructor or organization is doing something illegal or totally unethical, I think you should stick with it and really get what you can get out of it, because you might learn something. You might learn that you love a population that you thought you wouldn't, or you might learn you never want to work with this population, or you might learn some really strong lessons from people you want to be more like or not be more like. But seeking opportunities beyond what's expected of you is something I would definitely recommend. For example, in my program, I just knew I was going to be micro through and through, and I'll give you guys a little bit of detail on that later, but I sought out macro experiences in my micro placement too. Try to balance yourself and get as much opportunity as you can get while you're in the program. So let me say probably the most important thing, and I do know that some of you will be starting your field placement, internship, graduate assistantships this year, and for those of you who aren't, keep this in mind for next year when you do start. Act as though it's your job, paid job, act professional, be professional, dress professionally, be responsible, be on time. These are, number one, it could lead to a real job. Number two, these are people who can be your references later. So act as though, at the very minimum, you want to be seen the way that somebody would write a reference letter about you. So if you want people to say that you're professional in your letter, act professional. You want to be somebody who people would recommend. So that's up to you. A couple of mistakes that I think I made. I just knew coming into this program that I was going to be micro through and through. Direct service, I just wanted to do therapy, not doing anything. I did go the micro route, and I'm really glad that I did, but I will say that I remember thinking in my coursework that the intro to macro was like, I'm just going to use this, and policy class, oh man. I just remember kind of skating through that, and I wish I had it, because that's exactly what I do now. I mean, very tragic. I work in the nonprofit sector and macro systems through and through, and I absolutely work with policy. And those are those two classes I remember out of the entire program. I thought, those don't apply to me. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. And I love what I'm doing now, and I wish I would have, put more into it. And kind of the lesson from that is there's a lot of thought put into this program, and you can learn something from everything, even if you don't have it, relates to you directly. It'll give you some experience. It might end up being what you do later on. And let's see if there's anything else. I do want to get you guys out of here. Let's see. I will say, and I'll echo Dr. Johnson, I saw the end of her presentation. How many of you guys are planning on going straight into a doctoral program after this? Well, most of you probably are, enjoying this MSW program. Might take a break afterwards, see what happens, but, this might be your last experience for a while to be in the university setting. So take advantage of what the university has to offer. The counseling center, I used it for premarital counseling. I loved it. I mean, truly, take care of yourself while you're here because you have a lot going on in your own personal lives. The library, the gym even, just to blow off steam, writing center, career center to build up your resume, and even, tickets to the football games. Use your stuff while you got it. It'll make you healthier and happier during your time here. So you won't be a student forever, you might as well take advantage of it. And I know you guys have a lot going on, so I won't take up how much longer, but I do want to say you reap what you sow out of this program. It really is what you put into it. So you really don't have too many other people to blame if you're not enjoying it, because you can. And there's some really great professors here that will make your life very easy if you let them. So is the program going to be great or good? The choice is up to you. And I'll give you guys a couple of questions. Let me know, but I know you have had a long day. Questions? I don't have it on me, but I can get it to them and they can email it to you. Is there any questions you guys have from a recent graduate perspective? Oh, I got it before I graduated. I got it in March and graduated. And it was through my field experience that I was able to get that. So if you use your field experience as like a real job because it led me straight to my job. Did I see another hand? Okay. Well, do you want me to just pass that? Okay. Thank you very much.
I also remember where people sit, and I do remember where Kim sat. But what I remember more than that was that from the moment that she walked into the classroom, I saw that she was a consummate professional. Absolutely from the moment that she walked in, and that is really carried through in everything that she does. So we're very proud of her. So, thank you, and Miss Span. What can I say?
Don't want to pick up Miss Span's
So, all right, so Ms. Span is going to speak for a few minutes to everyone, actually, and then folks who have GAs will stay. Lynn McMillan is supposed to be here for Greenville. I don't see her, but we'll let you know when she's on, afterwards, okay?
So you're like, okay, are we done? Can we go? It's been a long 2 days, right? Yeah. That's horrible field. So I'm just
While you're getting your stuff, I want to do a quick poll. Who here, this is not a commitment, I'm just trying to get a head count. Who here might show up to the drop-in, the potluck drop-in, which is at 6:30 and 17:31? So let me just kind of see, just even if you're thinking about it, and do, please. Okay, great, thank you.
okay. I'm not exactly sure what Dr. Johnson spoke on as far as your advisors are concerned. You can't. Are you serious? Okay, that's the first. Like, we can hear her, she scares us. Okay, you have faculty advisors, and by show of hands, how many of you did receive your faculty advisor letter from Dr. And Lucia? Okay, and who has not received it? Okay. You might want to make sure if she didn't have it, make sure that we have your name written down so that you can get it before the week is out, okay? You have a faculty advisor. That person will help you with career choices, with concentration selection, micro, macro, licensure information. That person will help you if you want to do research, publications, the classes and the schedules. That's me. Okay, so please don't go to your advisor and say, do I take 712 or don't do it, okay? Because it's a world of mess. All they're gonna do is send you back to me, okay? So for forms, registration exceptions, any kind of graduation forms, program adjustments, GAs, all of those things, I am your advisor for the next 2 years. Ms. Mosetta Reagan, over in the corner. Part-time people, you will know her well, okay? But we both work adjacent to one another, so if she's not there, I can handle all of the questions anyway. We will meet with you for full-timers in the spring semester. You know, you will always see me, my office is always around, okay? And you'll always be like, I'm just speaking. I'm like, okay, on your way to the lab. But we will meet with all students in March, okay? And we will meet with part-timers. We go to Charleston, we go to Greenville, and we're up on campus on the Saturday as well. So it's not like we won't have contact with you throughout the semester. You're gonna have your advisor, and they will be contacting you as well. There's some things that are kind of buzzing around in the room, in the atmosphere that we want to kind of squash. If you are a full-time student, next week you are in block placement, okay? Some faculty are they're just anxious, right? They're sending out emails about assignments, and I'm like, are you kidding? They're not here. Okay, so disregard that. I've already spoken to Dr. Johnson and Dr. Barbers. They're gonna send out an email to faculty. You will not, if you are in daytime classes in Columbia, you will not sit in class until Tuesday, September 3rd, okay? Tuesday, September 3rd. If you are in web-based courses, you will go to class next week, okay? Is everybody clear with that? Because sometimes we'll have students on campus going, where's my class? I'm like, not this week. Seriously, people will come up and they'll get mad. Well, where's my class? I'm like, Lockfield, where are you? Okay.
Is that a fine? This question came up, I was going to be clear, but Sarah,
You have Saturday